Your character has to do a double take. How do you do a double take? Double takes are often used for comic effect. When somebody wants to do something in a farce, they'll do this sort of head-turning thing. That is what most actors will sort of default to, is just turning the head wildly. And that was a triple take, but a more natural double take is something that we do every day when we're walking down the street and we see somebody familiar to us. We will be lost in our own thought or in our own conversation, and we'll glance up with our eyes, usually, not with our head. We'll just glance up with our eyes and we'll glance back down to our conversation. But when we glance up, we think we see somebody that we know, or we see something weird, and then we turn our head with that to glance back up to the thing. You know, you're talking here and then you glance away, and then you're like, oh, hey. And there's a reaction because I recognize that person.
Oh, hey, how are you, Mindy?
Maybe you don't know the person, like, no, I don't know you, but you thought you knew them for a second, and that's why you do a double take. Or maybe you see something bizarre. It's a very subtle thing, and you don't want to turn your head too much, and you want to start by leading it with your eyes, because we don't generally turn our heads to see the first thing. I mean, maybe that's the case. You might be working at your desk and you hear a sound and you look up and you don't see it, and then you notice that somebody is there. It is 2 turns of the head there. You have to be specific about what it is you're seeing, and then you also have to be specific about what that first glance is. Why are you looking away from the conversation you're in? Are you just having a thought? Do you really see something? Are you trying to escape the conversation a little bit? Whatever the reason is that your character needs to glance away. Keep the first one subtle and the second one big. And then you can move on to triple takes, which is more comical in the sense that your first glance is an eye glance, and then the second glance is oh yeah, and I was wrong, and then the third glance is, no, I was right. So the first one could be, kind of like a lost in thought. I looked that way, I don't really notice anything, then I kind of notice something, and then I notice Mindy. That was almost a quadruple take there. So you can do that for, a subtle film double take, and then for stage, you just want to heighten the reaction. The expression that we see on your face at the end, the reaction to what you see, is what makes it comical. So your character has just done a double take. Is it because they saw somebody giving birth? Is it because they were shocked? Or is it because of something funny? Giving birth, shocked, or funny? Choose your answer.